Nobody waters the forest. Nobody fertilizes it. There is no drip line out there. There's no bag of Miracle-Gro just hanging from branches. And those trees are outperforming everything sitting in our backyards that we are nursing like a newborn. Why are we making this so hard? We're spending all of this money on bags and bottles, and half the time our plants are still struggling because the foundation is broken. Now you can throw a product at a plant all day long, but if the soil isn't right, you're just wasting money. Everything starts with the soil. Today I'm going to show you how to stop babysitting and start gardening like the forest using what you already have. Most of it is for free. So if we haven't met, I am Tony. I'm out here learning right along with you, figuring out what actually works in this hot Florida heat and this sandy soil. Honestly, I used to think that you needed to buy bags and products to fix what's not working, whether it is yellow leaves or your trees are not fruiting. I knew that there was some type of bag out there that can possibly fix it, and that's not true. Watching how the forest works really humbled me to just take a step back to really understand what's happening there and how can I replicate that here in my garden. But before I get into all that, tell me, what plants are you out here babysitting the hardest right now? I genuinely want to know so we can figure it out together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do so. And that way you can keep up what's coming up next. So I just grabbed this from my backyard. This is our sandy soil here in Florida. If you can see, it just runs right through. To fix this problem, you have to understand why it's happening. So most of us are trying to grow in colanders, and you're pouring water and you're pouring fertilizer in this, and it's going straight through the sand and away from your roots. You're not feeding your plants. You're actually making a donation to the ground and getting nothing back. The forest works because it has a sponge. That layer of rotting leaves and wood on the forest floor holds on to every drop of water, every bit of nutrients. Compost is how we build that sponge in our yards. I need you to understand something very important about compost. Compost isn't just dirt. It is a living system. It is full of microbes that's actually doing the work of breaking everything down into something your plants can actually eat. You're not feeding your plants. You are feeding the microbes that feeds your plants. That is the shift. That's what changes everything once you understand that. And here's what I really want you to hear. Before you buy another product, before you pull another plant out of the ground because you think it's done and it's dead, try compost first. Most of the plants people give up on aren't dead. They're just starving in a broken soil. Fix the soil and watch what comes back. If you're building your soil from scratch, forget the plastic bin. Build your pile right on the bare dirt. That way the worms and everything already living in the earth can move up into your material right away. You're not starting from zero. You're inviting what's already there to come help. Your first layer is about 6 inches of carbon. These are your browns, your shredded cardboard, dried leaves, and straw. This is your structure. It keeps everything from packing down so air can move through the middle. And I need you to hear this part. Without air, your pile doesn't compost. It just rots. Trust me on that. Then you add your nitrogen on top. These are your greens, your kitchen scraps, your coffee grounds, your fresh grass clippings. You want roughly 2 parts carbon, 1 part nitrogen. If it smells like ammonia, you got too many greens. If nothing is happening, it just looks like a pile of stuff just sitting there, you need more greens. The pile will let you know what it needs if you pay attention. To get this moving fast, you want to add manure. Manure is a green that is high in nitrogen and full of natural life and speeds up breakdown. Think of it like a match to a fire. It heats the pile up and get things moving in days instead of weeks. So if you're turning the pile and keeping it moist, wrung out like a sponge, not soaking wet, you got usable compost in about 8 weeks. If you are just doing the toss and walk away method, which honestly is sometimes just life, give it about 6 to 9 months. Either way, it works. When it is done, it should be dark and crumbly, smell like fresh earth. That goes right back into your beds. That is your base layer. Now, sometimes the plants need something faster. You don't have to go to the store for that. You just need a bucket and some water. Compost tea is exactly what it sounds like. Take a big handful of your finished compost, drop it in a bucket of water, stir it, let it sit for a day, and pour it on. You're taking all of that living biology in your compost and waking it up with water so it can move faster. This is a free liquid shot right straight to your plants. Then there's fish fertilizer, and yes, you can make this yourself. You can take your fresh fish scraps, head, bone, skin, whatever you got left in the kitchen, put them in a bucket of water and let them break down for a few weeks. What you end up with is nitrogen gold. Your plants are going to love it. But, this is a big but, I need to make sure you hear this warning. Store-bought fish fertilizer already smell like low tide on a hot day, but homemade fermented fish is a completely different situation. You must dilute it. Think of it like a weak tea, not like a soup. You want to keep a lid on that bucket at all times, and do not put this near your back door, near your neighbor fence, or anywhere you plan on being later. I'm telling you this from a place of love. Respect that bucket and remember that it's there. I don't know if you need to label it, but don't forget about it, because your whole backyard will tell you that there's something dead back there and you will never find it. Now, here's the part people skip, and it's why even good soil sometimes isn't enough. You only add these boosts when plants is actually asking for it. You have to listen. For instance, if it's early in the season and the tree is pushing out new growth, it's asking for nitrogen. That is when you bring in the fish soup or a little chicken manure. Honestly, this is something that I buy. I buy chicken manure because I don't have chicken, but my neighbor does. So every single time I reach for this bag, I think I just need to just walk over there and knock on the door and it's like, can I have your chicken poop? Do you think that'd be weird? It feels weird, but they know me, so I don't think it'll be weird. But if y'all watching, just go ahead and put that in the front door. Come on, help a sister out right here. Now, if your tree is already leafed out and it is time to hold on to fruit, it needs potassium. Make a banana peel smoothie. You blend up some old peels and pour it right in there. Or if you have a fire pit in the backyard, save those wood ashes. A light dusting around the base gives the tree exactly what it's asking for, and you're not guessing anymore. You're actually responding to the needs of the plant. So what I want you to get out of this that I'm sharing today, none of this works without consistency. The forest is consistent. Something is always falling, always breaking down, always feeding the soil. That is the system. I know life gets busy and there's some weeks that you cannot go and blend some bananas or store a compost pile. That's just being real. But you got to have a plan B. That's when you can reach out for something like a liquid fertilizer. It's a quick snack for the plant. It gets it to it fast. It is exactly what is needed if your tree is looking yellow or stressed out and you just can't wait. Just know it moves through just as fast as it arrives. It is not building anything long term. Granulars are your long term. These break down slowly over weeks and months. Think of it like building a savings account for your soil instead of spending everything at once. If you're going into a busy season and you're not going to be out here every week, or it's about to be very hot, granulars are your friend. Use those to fill in the gaps. There's no shame in it, but never let them replace the system, because the bags can feed the plant, but only the soil can build the foundation. So bringing you all back. That tree in the woods is thriving because the soil is doing its job around the clock. It doesn't need a bag of chemicals because it has a foundation. That is all I want for your yard. Stop chasing a quick fix. Build your forest floor, build the trees, build the ground. My exact feeding schedule and all the specific products I use, I share it with my members. And if you haven't become a member yet, I'll put the information in the description below. Sometimes you need some one-on-one help, and that is what I'm here for. So if you haven't joined and you want help with your individual yard, please make sure you do so, and I'll meet you there. So till next time, go build your foundation. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.